right, here we go. I am Conrad, one half of Ace Run Pro, bringing you my In the Bag for Team Infinite 2022. This makes my third year on the team, and every year my bag grows and its possibilities, infinite possibilities. See what I did there? See what I did? All right, but let's get into it. Let's see what I am starting off my 2022 season with. So, start off with my putters. If you've seen any video of me, you've known that I throw pures. This is my Zero hard putting putter. Use it primarily for putting, occasionally for a throw. And this is my Infinite Disc Stamp Ace Run Pro Zero soft putter. Use this for throwing and occasionally for putting. It really depends on the temperature and how it is outside as far as if I'm gonna use that for putting or not. I also bag another pure. This is in Gold Line. This is a disc that I've had in the bag for quite a few years. It flies a little bit different than a brand new Gold Line. It really has been, I guess, beaten into submission to exactly where I want it to be. Hopefully it stays there for a while before it fades into being something else. Also in the bag, I carry this Kristen Tatar Opto X Chameleon pure. This one is a little bit more stable. So it goes out straight, but I can count on it to hold that straight line, not drift to the right at all, and then actually maybe finish a little bit to the left at the end of its flight. Depends on how hard I've thrown it. Next in my putter pouch, I have my Tom B, or as y'all like to call it, the Tune. This one is in the C blend with the metal flake, so it's a little bit more stable than my regular or than the average Tom B, but it's great for forehands and just those controlled backhand upshots that you want to execute. I also bag a R Pro Rhino. Now this particular R Pro Rhino is, it may get cycled out of the bag this year. I say that because it is becoming a straight flyer, and that's typically not what I want this disc to do. I wanted to go straight, but I expected to have a little bit of Rhino finish at the end, but it's becoming a little too straight, where it's interfering or crossing over into the line of what my pures do. So I have several other Rhinos back on the shelf that may make its way into the bag this season. I have my team stamped Ruin. So this is in the C blend. It comes in at 166, but it's just great for those forehand upshots. I hardly throw this one backhand. I will if I need to, but typically if I'm going to go backhand for this type of flight, I will throw my Augusta Stamp Cayman. So this is what I typically throw on backhand, and the Ruin is more of a forehand disc for approaches. I can forehand this one as well, but as far as the amount of fade that they have, the Ruin is a little bit more stable than the Cayman for me. All right, so that right there moves me out of my Infinite Disc Power putter pouch and into my mids. I'll start with this. This has been in the bag for a while. This is my Innovo Disc Atlas. As you can see, it is very well aged. This is the Infinite Disc Inca. This is in the, I think it's the P blend, which is the glow plastic. I have several of these because I love the flight so much, but they have to be beaten into right to the sweet spot. This one is currently beat into that right sweet spot, so I see it staying in the bag for most of the season. I have several others on the shelf waiting to take this spot. I haven't started seasoning another one yet, but I'll probably do that maybe in my Stranger bag when we go out touring. This is my Infinite Disc Chariot. And for me, this had replaced my Buzz, my old Buzz that I had in the bag. So it's kind of a straight flyer, but it does finish just a little bit at the end. When I need just a little bit more finish than I have with the Chariot, I bring in the Raw. Now this one is in the Metal Flake C blend. It doesn't finish as strong as I thought it would for being in this plastic, but it does still finish more than the Chariot for me. So this is my disc that's in between this and my Rock 3 replacement, which is my C blend Inca. So very similar profile to my Rock 3. Is I have several Rock 3s, and this fits like right in the middle from being too overstable and too understable. So this is like the sweet spot. So that is where this goes. This is in a lineup just more stable than my Raw though. Now we move into the part of the bag that I didn't think I would have so many of this particular speed of disc, which is the 7-speed. The first one I have is my iBlend Chariot, and this is my understable 7-speed. I don't think I have anything in the bag more understable than this. I also bagged the Team Stamped iBlend Chariot. This one is a little bit more stable than the other Centurion, so this is more of a straight flyer for me. Then I also bag a Team Stamped Exodus. So this is my Team Stamped Exodus. This is going to be my more overstable 7-speed. So another disc that I have in the bag, it's like I need this flight. I hate throwing the disc though, because it's just it's so nice. That Sphinx, look at that stamp on that thing. It's so pretty. Because it being a C-blend and metal flake is a little bit more stable than your average Sphinx, it really doesn't turn over on me. It's similar in flight to what I previously bagged as a Champion Sidewinder. Talking about the Exodus big brother to me is this. This is the Champion Thunderbird. If you can see this one, this is one of the Paul Macbeth. I think this is a 4-time. This is a disc that has not left the bag since I got it. So essentially the same as that Thunderbird. It's just been in there ever since I started playing. And that is the 2017 Nate Sexton Firebird. This has been a thrower since 2017, and it's in the bag. It's my favorite of the Firebirds is my 17. I don't have a 15, so I don't have that to compare to, but from the 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 Firebirds, this is my favorite, and this is the one that stays in the bag. So since the Firebird's been in the bag for a while, when you need something that's really going to move, that's when you step up to the Scepter. Now this is a Team Stamped Glow Blend Scepter. Got this one when I was at the Infinite Disc Warehouse. Stamped it myself. They tried to hire me, but they couldn't afford me. I'm joking. Now this dish, you're just going to have to watch the flight to actually understand what it is, because it's not what it is. It's not slab. That's what it's supposed to be, but that's not actually what it is. I bought it thinking that it was going to be that just beef, just ridiculously unthrowable disc, but I wanted it. But when I took it out to the field, I realized it was something completely different. And it may have to do with, if you can see that it's the flight plate is concaved. I don't know what happened to it before I got it, but that flight plate is concaved. And of course it changes the flight of the disc. Axiom Insanity. This is one that I got from playing at something with Matt Dollar. And man, this thing is what the stamp says. It is money. As I'm going through my tournament bag, I realize I only have one of these in the bag, which is strange because typically I have more, but this one is filling the slot quite nicely. And this is my Infinite Disc Maya. For me, this one in particular is more stable than some of the other ones that I have. It's still an understable disc, still will turn over if thrown into a headwind, but it's so controllable that I can get it to make that pretty S shape when I need it to. Well, I hope I don't lose this because I know I won't be able to get a replacement now. And that is my 2020 Kona Emperors. Oh man, these things are so good. So very good. I have another backup. I did prefer this Kona Emperor over the 2021s. But man, they just fly so well. This is another disc that's been in my bag and probably in every single one of my in the bag videos that I've ever done, which is my Star Boss. It wasn't until recently that I noticed that on the edge it has that blizzard type edge, but it still weighs 167 grams. So next we'll have is the Shrike. So this is my Flippy Shrike. It's been in the bag for a while. Star Shrike, I want to be correct in saying what it is. I don't know the weight on it. But it's been nicely seasoned with a few gashes from tree hits and rock clunks and all types of stuff. but it's still very dependable as far as being a flippy distance driver. Hey, we know that guy. Now right there is Dave Fehlberg's Pharaoh. So I have this, it took the place of my other stable strike that I have. So it does that same flight where it is understable, but just slightly. It'll stay straight and then it'll come out of it. So this one doesn't go quite as far as the flippy one, but it's easier to control. It's easier to gauge what angle to release it on to get it to actually come back to where you want it to be. The final disc I have in my tournament bag for the beginning of the 2022 season is my Innova Ellen Wiboom Excalibur. So I think everyone always needs that overstable distance driver for various shots, whether it's getting around a corner or just throwing something that you know you can control in the wind that's going to come back, not going to flip over and just burn. So yeah, the Excalibur has been in my bag ever since we first met Ellen Wiboom and got the disc from her. So that is a brief intro into my bag, my Team Infinite bag for the beginning of the 2022 season. Stay tuned. I'm pretty sure that the bag will change as more discs are released, and as I just grow my collection and cycle discs in and out, I'll probably do another in the bag. But until then, don't forget, you have infinite possibilities with infinite disc.